Welcome back to Task Force Podcast, an Airsoft podcast made by the Airsofters for the Airsofters.
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Task Force Podcast. I'm your host, Snake, joined by my co-host,
Nasty. Oh, yeah, awkward on the mic.
Yeah. So, we're doing things a little bit differently, going a little bit old school on this one here with a one-camera view because...
Why not?
We're just going to keep trying new things. Yes, we can. We're going to try new things. Let us know what you guys think in the comments down below if you would like to see more than one camera. But I digress. In this episode, we are talking about paying for training in Airsoft.
Oh, that butt hurts me so hard.
Whether or not you think that's a good idea. To me, stupid. Stupid fucking idea.
Dumb.
So, what brought this on is I had actually seen a post not too long ago on Instagram that said, without being in too detail, you could pay and come get some airsoft training, and it would talk about shooting and moving and that type of stuff. Now, I guess maybe I'm very old school or indifferent about this, because for me it was a lot of research. I'm not prior military, and before we had any military guys on our team, we didn't have any of that insight. So I grew up in a military family, so I could get some information, but it was very basic, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So for me, it was a lot of internet, a lot of research, a lot of videos, a lot of stuff along those lines to...
Just watching videos.
Right.
From our favorite TV shows to YouTube.
Right. And a lot of documentaries, like covering Navy SEALs and like learning what is fire superiority and learning about this type of shit. You know what I mean? It's a lot of research that goes into this stuff that I feel like you can learn it and you don't need to pay for it. And if you're paying for training in Airsoft...
Dude, just don't.
I hate to be that guy, but...
Do not.
You just got ripped off.
Fucking hard.
You just got ripped off bad, son.
Learn to do that shit. Playing Airsoft is an individual thing.
Yes.
Whether you're a team or you're not a team. Because I will play different when I'm with you than I would on my own. Okay? Right. Learn how you play. It's... What is paying you to teach me that I'm not going to learn on my own?
I have no
idea.
idea.
Shit. Are you going to tell me how to... Now, does it break down deeper? Like, okay, I'm going to teach you about the guns. I'm going to teach you about your gun.
I don't
how
think
to use your gun.
I don't think it's that. From what I was reading,
literally
it was mostly
run, hide, and shoot.
It was talking about like certain tactics, like
shoot and scoot.
How to shoot and scoot, like covering and moving.
Right.
You know, shooting and bounding. That type of shit. Like,
you know what? Fuck the guy who was like, pay me.
Right.
Why would I pay you?
Right.
You should just want to do that for me.
Yes.
You should just want to be like, dude's new.
I agree.
Bro, come on. Let's go. Let's go play.
I get it from the standpoint of, hey, maybe you're an ex-military guy. Hey, maybe you're trying to make some money. Hey, maybe these airsoft kids are dumb enough to pony up some money. True. Very true. But I'm encouraging you
to not do that.
Definitely go out there, find a lot of the training online, because you can find a lot of it online. You can find really good information, really good tactics, even on YouTube. Just watch documentary series, and instead of just watching it to watch it, watch their movements, watch what they're doing, look at how they're covering each other when they're bounding, when you're working with a team. Look at how they're making an entry into a room. Look at how they're cutting the pie to go around a corner. They're not just hard sweeping the corner. Look at all this shit, and you'll learn it.
Can we agree, when you first start playing Airsoft, you're not looking to be SEAL Team fucking 6. You're looking to have fun, get shot, shoot.
Right.
Why would you shove someone who's brand new right into that category.
Well, remember, it's not even just brand new people, because you're signing up for it. So
if it was me now.
If you were brand new, you probably wouldn't be overly worried about it, in my opinion, right? Let's say you played for a year or a couple months, and now you're ready. You're like, man, I just can't do as good as some of these other guys. I want to take it serious. And so then you think getting training is the best thing to do. In Airsoft, like I said, if you're playing with a bunch of guys who aren't willing to teach you this stuff, your Airsoft community needs improvement.
Work.
A lot of improvement, because it should be something you can learn out there. It should be something somebody who's playing with you on a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis should be willing to say, hey, you know what? You're interested? Let me teach you some of this stuff.
And we can teach each other.
Yes.
Because you're going to have ideas that I may not think of.
Right.
And then we're going to go, oh, wow, pals. High five.
Yeah.
You know? Do not pay for anything.
Right.
Unless it's someone to work on your gun because you don't feel comfortable to.
Right.
The only thing you should pay for is field feeds, batteries, BBs, and gear.
Yes.
And guns, and to play hard, new clothes, boots, shit
Right.
like that. Do not pay to get taught anything.
No. Unless you're paying somebody to teach you how to tech a gun. Okay. Different.
And still, even then, if your knowledge is not worth your money.
Right.
Because that knowledge...
Yes, it definitely depends.
Depends, but that knowledge you're looking for can be found online.
Some of it.
I don't have steady hands.
Right.
In some aspects with small screws and stuff like that. So would I pay somebody like you, if we didn't know each other, to do work? Of course.
Right.
But I'm not going to go, hey, you're Jake, right? Here's $200 a month or whatever the fuck. Teach me how to play Airsoft.
Yeah.
No. Stop.
No.
Stop. Don't do that.
You should not be paying
Get
for
pooed
learning
on.
tactics.
No. You should.
Now, with that being said, if we're talking about paying for training, when it comes to real steel,
I'll pay all day.
Definitely. I mean, if you're paying somebody with that knowledgeable piece there to give you some insight on what you should be looking to do, what you should be trying to do, the ways you should
and
be
not
looking to
shoot
improve.
yourself in the
Right.
fucking face.
Right.
That's real training. That's
right. Finding, cover versus concealment, knowing the difference between what cover and concealment is. Like,
and
these things are important.
That could, to somebody who kind of goes, well, what's the difference? It's just not a real gun, right?
You're going to be trained in terms of it's not a real gun.
Right.
Hey, we're playing Airsoft. Hey, you can take cover behind that car door and you won't get hit.
Right.
Most definitely.
Right.
Hey, we're playing with real guns now. You can take cover behind that car door and, oh, wait, you're dead.
See?
There's a hard difference between cover and concealment. So, again, if you're paying for real steel training, I totally understand it. It totally makes sense. Fucking props to you getting training.
And those
I
dudes
love
have
it.
genuinely done it their
Right.
whole adult life.
Not saying that there's not people out there who are trying to train airsofters who haven't done it, but it's a fucking scheme.
It's like, but don't do this. It's like me saying, hey, dude, you haven't been to Milsim. You pay me on top of your field fee. I'll take you and I'll show you what it's like.
Right.
If I ever heard someone do that, literally I'll fly to your state and beat your ass. No, seriously,
Dude,
because
I
that's
know.
like...
It's just people taking advantage of kind-hearted people who are wanting to learn. I don't like it. I don't care for it. But now maybe I'm looking at this the wrong point of view. Maybe Joe Schmo blow out there just doesn't learn good from watching videos. Maybe Joe Schmo needs to be shown. Maybe Joe Schmo needs to have somebody sit down and teach him to a T. Again,
don't pay for it.
If that's you and you're like, yes, that's exactly how I feel. That's why I would pay for it. Again, that means your airsoft community needs work. And the guys who are out there who you're like, man, these guys got it down. Or maybe there's nobody out there who really does that good. Take it upon yourself to try to learn these things before you drop money on stuff. Because I can tell you from the standpoint of playing for 15 fucking years that a lot of it you can pick up from guys you're playing with.
Yeah.
A lot of it comes from guys who have been in the service or policemen, stuff like that, who have this knowledge, who are more than willing to teach it to you. You just got to ask.
And it's not like you go pay a professional Call of Duty player to teach you how to play Call of Duty,
right.
But you'll sit there for 30 hours watching his live streams.
At this point, who knows if that's actually a thing? Because somebody's probably out there raking in the dough. Somebody's probably out there fucking like
the coaches, those coaches that you'll see on video games who will like, oh, I hit top rank in whatever game you play. This is how I do it. Pay me so you can show you how I do it.
Right.
It's going to take you months to learn how I do it. So that's months of me being paid when I'm really swindling you to make you play like me, which you may or may not ever grasp.
Right.
So thank you for the payment. Now you feel slightly fucking happy because instead of doing this like you would, you did that and didn't die that once or get scored on that once. It's like...
It's a vicious thing. Now, I'm not saying there's not things out there that you should pay for. Again, real steel training. There's also some knowledge that, like, I know there's a lot of companies out there that offer, like, for example, something very similar to what we're doing right now. They offer video editing. Like, you can pay to learn about video editing and tips and tricks and things like that. That, in my opinion, is something that you can go two ways. You can learn it, and you can go through all the pain of, if you're trying to make it into something big, it's going to take a lot longer, or you can pay for it and you can get some of that insight knowledge and be able to make leaps and bounds advances than having to do it the slow, monotonous way.
Self-taught way.
Right. And now, I mean, I'm not telling you that I paid for it because I haven't, but I mean, I've also done YouTube in the past and video editing and stuff like that. But nonetheless,
I never would ever pay to have someone go, this is how you set up 16 bar setups in FL Studios. Did I watch a few videos because I got stuck? Sure.
Yeah.
But did I take the time to fucking learn it? Yes.
Yeah.
And is there still a billion things for me to learn? Of course.
Right.
But I will never pay someone or accept payment to teach someone how to play Airsoft.
Right. No, it would just
you are fucking wrong for doing that.
Now, like I said again, if you're paying for Real Steel and you want to take what you learned in Real Steel training and apply it onto the Airsoft field,
that's beautiful.
That's
because
awesome.
Now you're really learning how to defend your life in a real scenario.
You're taking what you learned based upon real firearms and applying it in a training aspect.
Yes.
We've talked about it before in a previous episode. Airsoft is a great tool for training in real firearms manipulation and or shooting and moving, finding the right cover, stuff like that. Firearm manipulation in terms of if you have the right type of gun.
But dude teaching you how to hide behind a stick because a stick will stop a BB, would you pay that same guy to teach you how to survive in a real life situation where you had a real fucking gun?
Right.
Hell no.
I would tell you this right now just as a tip. So if you're looking at Airsoft and you're wanting to get more out of it and you're playing CQB, you need to go online and you need to look up CQB room clearing videos and stuff like that on YouTube. I'm with you guys. I'm a visual learner. Some people read.
I'm a doer learner. I have to do it.
Well, I like to learn it. I like to watch it visually, then go try to apply it. Because what happens is when you watch it visually, then you try to apply it, you're going to see what they're talking about when they say such and such. And you're like, I don't know what that means. Then you get out there and you're like, oh, I see what he's talking about.
Right.
That's why it makes sense. Okay, cool. So if you're in the CQB environment, you need to start looking up videos to try to find ways to improve yourself as a CQB player. If you're in a woodland environment,
long range,
and
distance.
You're playing with teams, if you're playing with a team, you need to be looking up drills of how to work as a team, work as a fire squad, have somebody who has a saw
and move
who can give you the fire superiority.
Move as a unit.
Yes.
In any way
you need to learn what a peel left is, what a peel right is. You need to learn what is, to be bounding backwards and covering fire.
Don't walk in a straight line. See, you ain't paying me for that.
Right. You need to be running from cover to cover, not serpentine. It doesn't.
Serpentine works.
Serpentine takes you a lot longer to get where you're going.
It works. Generation Kill proves that.
Generation Kill proves that Serpentine is the dumbest.
He
Just
survived.
get from point A to point B. Don't run in a fucking snake line. Stupid. Just saying. Anyway, definitely you need to look up these things. You also need to be looking at other things, If you're playing outdoor, we've talked about it again. Generally range is something you're really a little bit more interested in. And typically you're not limited to a certain FPS limit that you would be as far as playing CQB. So, maybe you're looking at putting a tight bore barrel in your gun, whereas CQB you weren't so worried about it. Maybe you need the extra range. Maybe you're putting a longer barrel in your gun and you're adding a mock suppressor and running it to the tip of the suppressor to get the extra range.
Yeah.
It's these little things that you can do to improve yourself as a player or upgrade your gun to improve the usability of your gun.
But no one will teach you how to use your body to your advantage.
Right.
We're big dudes.
Yeah.
I don't hide behind small shit very well.
Right.
So how could a small dude teach me how to run to cover and use you and what your body limits you to do, You can get down and, lean under a car or something and shoot somebody. My fat ass ain't doing that.
Right.
So I just fucking paid you for nothing.
I mean,
You're dumb.
like I said, paying for training makes sense in some applications.
Some.
Airsoft, it doesn't make any sense
Go
to me at all.
go pay to become a better driver.
Now,
Learn how to use your fucking blinkers.
Let's say somebody is willing to teach you some tips and tricks of Airsoft, and they're offering this for free, and you're new to Airsoft and you want to go, by all means, go.
Thank you.
Fine, whatever.
To the dude who really does that, thank you. Or
Seriously,
female.
you're doing your part to try to grow the Airsoft community.
Right.
And even if some people might think, oh, well, he's offering free training, that's dumb. Well, you know what? At the same point in time, maybe people enjoy it. Maybe it gives a chance for other people who are afraid to say, hey, I don't like this, whatever. And they get together and they meet. But to charge money, hard-earned money, especially in a time like this, it blows my fucking mind.
Even if it's $5 fucking dollars, dude.
I just read it and I was like, wow.
Imagine this too. If I'm paying you to teach me to play Airsoft, I have set the wall in my head to how far our friendship type relationship can go, right?
Right.
But if you're just like look, dude, I've seen you out here 2 or 3 times. You kind of, no offense, don't look like what you're doing.
Right.
Roll with us for a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll show you what's up.
Yeah.
And then because he didn't have to ask or pay for that, who knows? That could be somebody that runs in your squad for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
Or that somebody after 5 or 6 months is like, you know what, guys? I fuck with y'all. Thank you for what you did, but I'm going to go kind of do my own thing. Like, do your thing, son.
Right. And now you have a tight
and now
Airsoft
you
community.
have one more guy who will
Right.
pass it on the same fucking way you gave it.
Right. So, I mean, like I said, unless you're offering a service in Airsoft that is irreplaceable, such as tech work, realistically, that's really about it.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people out there who just don't have the means, don't have the mechanical ability.
Nope.
Just don't have it. And that's acceptable, dude. Maybe that's not your thing. Maybe you're a fantastic Airsoft player, but you do not like to take apart your guns. You do not like to do any work on them.
Can't do it.
I'll be honest with you, I've never actually taken apart a lower gearbox because I don't like to fuck with shims. It just seems like a fucking nightmare, and the few times I've tried, I did not care for it. So, on my ICS, when I had started, I'll take apart the upper fucking all day long and change out tight bore barrel, regular barrel, fuck with hop-ups and change out springs and pistons
But
and
when it
piston
comes to the
heads and shit.
nitty-gritty,
But it's the small things in the inside I don't want to fuck with. You want to change a motor, that's one thing. You don't got to really fuck
Unless
with
it's
it.
in a
Pull it
saw.
out, put it in. Yeah, unless it's in a saw.
it's in the gearbox.
It'll be easy.
I can't wait.
We'll make it happen.
Yeah. Maybe
But-
we'll do a video on that.
Yeah,
That'd be
maybe.
cool.
Maybe we'll do a video on it.
Just
But no,
don't ever pay for something that won't give you actual knowledge for the rest of your life
right.
in some certain case, right?
Yes.
Like, just I would never pay somebody to teach me how to play fucking airsoft, and then 2 months later, the guy's like, "Oh, I've been paid." He shows you, "Oh, don't do this, do that, do this, don't do that." Spends 1 weekend with you, and then that's that. And then in 2 months, you're done playing airsoft.
Right.
But one day you're gonna sit there and go, I
really paid for that.
however much to get told to do that. I'm a fucking idiot.
Right.
You are.
Yeah.
Then don't be a Karen
Yes.
and be like, "Oh, you're offering services, my son?
Yes.
Here's money."
For the love of God.
Even the male Karens will
Look,
do the
Karen,
same
just
thing.
offer to show your tits to little Billy's friends on the field who are good
Golden,
at airsoft,
and
then
that's that.
hey, he gonna
See,
get good.
Almost said some things. We're just gonna stop there.
Karen's fat old knockers just fucking flailing out there.
Doing the thing.
Hey, you know what? She's getting training for her son. So, no. I mean, I'm not against showing your tits,
No.
but it's up to you.
No, I'm not.
Realistically, though, seriously, I draw a hard line at paying for training in airsoft. It's
fucked.
stupid. It's fucking retarded. It is a scheme. It is a way for somebody to make money. It is a way for somebody to take advantage of people who think that just because they don't have tactical movement that they're not going to be effective.
Right.
And that's the biggest
And if you're
incorrect
watching
thing
this,
out there.
if you're watching this and you have paid, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm
got
sure you
fucked.
notice it by now, but I will be the guy that tells you, just like he said, you got fucked.
Yes.
You got taught something you yourself would have taught yourself eventually, or finding a group of people
Right. Or
that
you
would
could
have helped.
Learned yourself.
Just we all learned ourselves in our own ways. There's plenty of times I didn't play with him. There's plenty of times
Right.
he didn't play with me, and there's
Yes. It is just
cancer.
a personal thing, and you're gonna develop your own personal style of play.
you will play the way you play.
Yes. You can take tactics and you can implement them.
Yes.
You're still gonna play how you play.
Right.
You're still gonna shoot and move how you move. You're still gonna
Right.
go to a certain way because it's fucking you. I don't know.
But then you look at those two or three guys. You're like, God, they move just so right. But remember, a lot of those guys have been playing with each other in the same team
Right.
for years.
Right.
So we will naturally just
Right. Right, exactly.
flow.
And to say like we haven't practiced, room clearing, that would be a lie. Like I'm not saying that training in airsoft
No.
with your team is a dumb thing.
we
because
built a whole
it's absolutely
fucking
not.
house almost,
Right.
like a whole room.
Yeah. It's not dumb to
But
go
just
out
don't
and
pay
train
for it.
with your team and get used to how your team plays and run certain scenarios and try new things and try peels, try bounding, try everything. Like, you can watch. It's just so I just want to you can watch so many fucking videos out there and learn
Billions
this
of
stuff.
videos.
Yes.
Just billions of videos.
Does videos give you firsthand experience and knowledge? No.
No.
You're going to have to go do it.
But
You're
I'll give
gonna
you an
have to go play.
idea. While
Right.
you're out there at that one game, you magically find yourself in the situation where you saw the guy in the video and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, I'm going to do what he did. You did what he did and it helped or it did something. And you're like, and
Right.
now your brain's just going to do it every time.
Maybe you're in a tall field of grass. Your team is getting fired upon.
Field of tall grass.
And yes, that your team is getting fired upon. You got guys hidden behind stuff that are shooting at you. There's 5 of you. You're across the field, and maybe you watched a video of people saying, "I'm up. They see me. I'm down. I'm up. They see me. They're shooting. I'm down." Well, maybe that's what it is. By the way, that means if you had a 5-line guy spread, this guy in the middle would get up, run. Oh, they see me. They're shooting. He lays back down. Oh, this guy gets up. Oh, they see me. They're shooting. I'm down. You're slowly advancing your team.
Always.
This is a tactic you can learn watching videos on YouTube. You don't need somebody to show you this. You don't need somebody to show you how to walk in a perfect patrol. You don't need all that. So what I'm saying is just don't pay for airsoft training. It's a waste of your fucking money. And You know what you should pay for is you should pay for extra BBs from 6mm Plastic. 6mmPlastic.com. Check those guys out if you haven't already. They have amazing BBs at some amazing prices. They've got 2 O's all the way up to like 4 2s, and they've got them in tracers. It's fucking amazing.
But they're awesome.
Yes,
they're awesome people.
Fucking awesome people.
Awesome people.
Great customer service, veteran-owned company. Just check them out. Task Force 2020, all caps, Task Force 2020 for 10% off your next order from 6mm Plastic.
Easy.
And thank you to 6mm Plastic if you're watching this.
Yes.
Seriously, we love that you guys support the show. It really means a lot to us.
And you join our lives.
Yes.
That's fucking awesome, dude.
Fucking fire. Next one, though, is Dynamic Fuzz. If you haven't gotten in our giveaway already, by the way, just a little plug on that. Check out our giveaway post on Instagram. You could win yourself a set of Dynamic Fuzz and some 6mm Plastic BBs, as well as some Task Force Podcast swag.
Lit.
But I digress. 6mm Plastic is awesome. Dynamic Fuzz is also an awesome company. You can check those guys out, dynamicfuzz.com. They've got upgrade kits for your ComTacs, your MSA Swordens. They also offer Velcro to put on the outside so you can put all your fucking swag patches on and all that good stuff. Maybe your Task Force Podcast patch if you win one. Along with some Velcro covers for them to match your camouflage, because why fucking not? Also,
lay it on them. Just keep going.
If you want to flex on the motherfucking pores, and you can afford it,
I'm poor.
Night Vision is the way to go. Check out CoreVisionIndustries.com. Those guys got all the night vision you need, with tons of options out there at some pretty great prices, really, considering it's night vision and you got to be somewhat rich. But again, we love those guys. They support the channel. We love you guys. Thank you for being a part of the task force. It really means a lot to us. We're trying to make the episodes a little bit shorter. That way maybe you guys can enjoy them a little bit easier. And we're still going to keep with the long outros because big dick on them. I don't know. Got nothing else. Do you have anything else?
I've been brain dead for the past 30 seconds.
That's what I'm talking about, because
so I'm going to be real honest with you.
Just a salesman. I don't know what to tell you.
That's what
6mm Plastic, Dynamic Fuzz, Core Vision Industries. Check out those three guys. We love you. We'll
send all your memes, pictures, and anything you want to see on the fans only page to nastydonkey69@gmail.com. It's real.
There.
It's up. Right there. It's ready. It's free.
Maybe I'll dress up green with some fucking ears and have onions painted on my balls. And we will dive into the layers of onions while this guy is dressed up like a donkey and possibly wearing a strap on. We'll go about it. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Peace.